Hello and welcome back. This is we've been waiting a while to do this review. This is for Horror Stevie because he asked for this. Terrifier 2. Super brutal, over the top. I know Katie did not like it.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so knowing what you heard about it and going into it, how did you feel that prepared you? Like, what did you hear going into this, and then do you feel that
So
it
we
met
talked
that?
about how there were people vomiting in the theaters and stuff, and one guy passing out. Wasn't there somebody who had a heart attack or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Jesus.
Whoa, sorry. There's a ball here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Um, and I definitely feel like all that is totally plausible and true after seeing it, and I don't blame any of them. I think those are all very human responses to this on unyielding, yeah,
display of
blood, guts, and gore.
Yeah. Um. So my question was, do the studios call the theaters and ask how it's going?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is that how it goes?
I wouldn't be surprised if the studios are like prompting the theaters because they know that they're going to have such a visceral reaction from the audience.
Because, like, if I throw up, if I have a tummy ache and I go see this movie and I have a very weak stomach and I go throw up, like, let's say I'm seeing Ratatouille 2 and he's in New York and it's just gross. It's just disgusting. Like, he's making rat droppings all over the pizzas and stuff, and it's terrible. And I just vomit in the movie. Now, would Ratatouille 2 say that it was so intense that it made an adult man vomit? How do they know? Disney calls up and says, "Hey, how's it going there?"
I mean, I don't know, because Terrifier is also not Disney, right? Like, they need more they need more publicity.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They need more publicity. They need more word of mouth. Like, it was a limited release, wasn't it?
Yeah, at first it was limited release with limited theaters, and then it just kept extending.
They wanted to get more hype about it, and the kind of hype that they wanted was blood, guts, and gore, which is how people responded to seeing all that.
Fair enough. I was just concerned as to how that works, if people are allowed to.
I mean, well, and there's also, you know, movie critics that work with the news publications and stuff.
Yeah.
Arts and culture reporters and
art.
Yeah. That's funny.
Okay, so from everything you heard, where do you put this on the scale? So first off, you like the scale of, did you like it 1 through 5? Probably -5.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Negative, like a million billion.
And I'd say 4.5 or ish out of 5, because like I did expect that. We did see how brutal the last one was, and I just think that it was a little longer, and because it was so long with the brutality that it had in it, it just felt like a lot. But
it was too much.
But I got what I wanted there, but I got a lot more than what I asked for, in my opinion. Like, because there was some stuff that's like gross, just gross out factor stuff.
Yeah.
I still think art's really interesting, and as a slasher or whatever. But like, yeah, I'm interested to see Terrifier 3. She's not going to see Terrifier 3, so that review. I'll just ask you questions about it. Like, I'll be like, what do you think happened in it? Okay, so that's it for the spoiler-free review, right?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Now the spoilers. So
the end, like, final showdown was way too long. It was like an hour to 45 minutes to an hour, it seemed like. It felt like. an eternity, and it was way too long. And the girl should have died like 5 times over, and then she actually did die. And
then there's magic. There's magic to some degree that we don't understand.
Yes.
That resurrected her. But I will say, the last time, I feel like this movie took a homage to Passion of the Christ, because they whipped the shit out of them, like so bad, like art whipped them like for so long, and it felt brutal, super brutal. But the last time I saw something that looked that brutal was I think they did it in Terrifier 1 to some degree, but Passion of the Christ, where the back is all raw and everything, like that's exactly what it looked like. Go ahead. What else do we have?
I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Maybe something about the magic. I felt like this time they, like, I don't really remember the first one. I do remember liking the first one, but I don't really remember exactly what happened in it, other than that one scene where she's upside down. But they didn't have as much like mystical elements in the first one, right?
Definitely not as much.
Like the
hallucination
wasn't there in the
stuff.
first
Oh,
one.
No.
The little girl wasn't there.
Yeah.
And like the whole thing where they could like get into her dream.
Yeah.
And
then she lit the candle by like the fire that she deflected in the dream.
Yeah.
Lit her house on like.
Yeah. That whole thing. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
And I wish that they would have explored that more.
So
you
would have taken out some of the gore scenes to add more story in.
Yes.
Well, I already said that S word. I'm sorry. But okay, so that's your thing. You would have liked it if they would have pulled some of the brutal scenes, because it with the addition of.
I needed the brutality to be more justified. Yes, to have more meaning, more significance. Whereas, like, it just seemed like if I just want to watch something where it's like brutal for no reason.
Yes.
I'll go on like facesofdeath.com or whatever. Yeah. Like, does that still exist? You know, like I don't.
Ogrish or whatever.
Yeah, like
to watch somebody get beheaded.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay some fortune for like movie tickets or purchase a movie or whatever. It's just so that I can watch fake gore for gore's sake. Like, no.
So okay, so. That's why you would say that there was not enough story.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. And I feel like part of the brutality that we see in this movie is based off of it's very long, and instead of having things like that, they have really cool death scenes. In my opinion, I think they're really cool. I thought.
All right, which one was your favorite?
I'm trying to think, because like it was. No, the girl in the bedroom.
The first one? Like the first girl, the first friend.
The one, yeah.
Allie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it went on so long.
Yes.
And then it like led to her mom coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, well, where's Art gonna be? And then he's in there, and he's just playing. He's just enjoying himself.
Mm-hmm.
And
the girl's still alive.
Still somewhat alive, yeah. And it was just like, that whole thing was just, wow. That's a lot. That's a lot going on there. Yeah. And I think the shotgun in the car, I think that was...
Oh, for the mom?
Yeah, I think that was... I wasn't expecting that, but that's the thing, like, every so often, because he has access to firearms or whatever,
mm-hmm.
he could just kind of just go. Like,
well, I mean, we were talking about, like, you had just said that you didn't want the mom to die right before she was a total, not nice.
What she had written on her car.
Yeah, not nice to
Jonathan.
Jonathan, yeah. And then when she did die, we were like, yeah, she needed to die, but at least, like, it was quick. So that was merciful, I guess. But I mean, I was interested in the magic. I was interested in the little girl. I was interested in the dream and how that might like play into the rest of the movie. And it seemed like it didn't tie up any of that. It didn't give me enough of any of that to really make me feel like any piece of this movie was redeemable. Like the part when he rips the girl's heart out, right? Brooke, when he rips her heart out, I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is going to tie into her dream from the beginning. And they're going to put her back in there. Like it was a premonition. Because they gave her a heart in the box, right? But then they don't even do anything with that. He just eats it.
Yeah.
And it's never revisited.
Yeah.
I thought that the Brooke death was good. I also liked when he rubbed the member on the window. Just a tip. But I wasn't particularly invested in any of the characters. No. I felt like very frustrated with the main character for not listening to her brother, even though she had every reason to listen to him, and she even tells her mom that she believes him.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, wait a minute. If you believe him and you also saw who you thought was Art, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That was super upsetting. I mean, it would have made more sense if she had just, like, written him off completely. Or at least was in denial enough to not admit to herself that she believed him. But she says it out loud that she believes him. I think it would also have been really good if, because she was supposed to be this, like, superhero or whatever, like the only one that can defeat Art or whatever, if her and the brother, who had somehow had this, like, intuitive connection with Art for some reason, because of Dad, who had a brain tumor and for some reason could see Art. I don't know. A
lot of questions.
Too many questions. It's dumb. But I thought that it would have been really interesting if they had actually, like, stayed home and barricaded the house, and it was like a war, you know? I mean, Art really, you know, he still could have gotten in his kills.
Yeah.
Like, the friends could have come over or whatever, trying to get her to go out, and then, like, they're trapped there while Art comes in, and, you know, they're the cannon fodder or whatever. But then that would feel to me more like justifiable violence than what it was.
Okay, so here's my guess.
Oh, wait, hang on. Sorry. And the other thing is that none of the characters really deserve to die.
Okay.
Like, a lot of times, I mean, there was Brooke, and she was being a little bit of a slut, but, like, we don't even see her have sex, do we?
No. She drugged her friend.
She did drug her friend.
She drugged her friend.
But she was the one who was the worst. The first girl.
Yeah, the first girl did
totally
nothing.
Innocent.
Oh, no, well, the candy thing. Should have just gave him candy right at the beginning, though.
Okay, but I mean, really?
It's a rule. It's a rule he had a costume on. You just give him a bag and you know, hope he goes away. You know, that's it. Maybe that would have done it. He just wanted a Snickers. He gets...
No, Art would have killed her anyways.
He gets weird when he's hungry. Okay, so Terrifier 3 prediction. It's just gonna be like, the sword is wholly imbibed, and that's why it hurts Art. And then a brutal scene. And then the next scene is like, he had visions because he was touched by Art when he was a child, like mentally, not in the pants, but in the head, you know. Zapped him. They had a connection. He was a mime, and he was like, oh, and that's Daddy had issues, and eventually became a tumor. because art's like a tumor. I don't know. And then another brutal scene. Like you're gonna just get answers.
I don't think you're even gonna
You're
get
just gonna
any of
get
that.
answers
You're not gonna get
and then
any
brutal.
of that. No.
Answers, brutal.
No,
Because
no,
you
no.
said question, brutal, right?
It's not even gonna be any of that. They're gonna like the next movie. The main character and her brother from this movie are gonna be institutionalized or dead, and they're not going to be thought of again.
Do you think this could work as
the weapon is not going to be brought up again? The weapon is going to be like melted down. Either that or Art is going to get it and use it.
I'm not even going to ask what I was going to ask.
Sorry, what?
No, it's fine. I caught myself. This is very much like an adult movie in that there's some light direction.
Oh,
and
yes.
And the brutality scenes are just kind of like the intimate scenes, like where it's like Art sees this guy at the Halloween store, like
that's
and then we
it.
go into the next scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But okay, so there we go. Compared it to basically like porn.
It is. It's porn for brutality. It's porn
brutality porn. Oh my god,
mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I heard that. That was Saul. Saul's last time I heard that.
Oh really?
Or torture prawn.
But see, Saul had a purpose.
Saul 1 through 3 had a really good purpose and story and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then it just started getting nuts.
Oh, see,
like Final Destination kind of stuff, like where it's just like doesn't even know what the hell's the story now. It's just like, oh, he avoided death and now he's getting death. Oh, there's a trap. Like you didn't do your taxes. It's like, now you're gonna burn or whatever. Okay, so yeah, you're not gonna watch Terrifier 3.
Yeah. No.
And I thought it was alright. I think it's really, really brutal and like long and a lot of questions. I'll be interested to see how the third one goes. To see if they ramp up the brutality. They have to go above it. So like I don't even know how like it's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much to watch.
Yeah, I'm not watching.
But then there'll be answers. Hopefully there'll be answers. Unlike Halloween Ends.
There's not going to be any answers.
Halloween Kills did that where it asked a whole bunch of questions in the middle of the series. And then Halloween 3 was just like, we're going in a different direction.
That's what
Terrifier 3 is going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Say it.